Oh, that's the wrong scene. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yes, yes. Welcome. I don't normally stream on Mondays. Especially not at this time, but I have today off from work. So I figured, hey, why not stream? Why not make the most of it, you know? Hold on, let me just make sure I don't have the volume on my phone. Anyway, welcome. Today, we're going to be playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Hello, Tomoe. Welcome. I just saw on Twitter that you've done like a 12-hour stream. That is amazing. Yes. So today we're going to be playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have finished the main game. I did that in my own time. Yes, and I'm dead tired now. I can imagine. Yeah, the longest I've done is 7, and mine was like basically just a visual novel, so... yeah, so I finished the main game in my own time, but I never actually got through all of the post-game. So I thought, hey, I don't really have time for games outside of streaming all that much anymore. Why don't I just stream the post-game? To be honest, the only reason I managed to get through the main game at all was because I got COVID and I couldn't stream. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just play this on my own time. But yes. So I want to get through like the post-game story stuff, which I don't know how much of that I still have left. I don't think it's that much. And then I also want to do the quest that unlocks the massive mass outbreaks, because apparently those are good for shiny hunting. And shiny hunting is cool. And then besides that, I guess just doing the shiny hunting and working on filling in the Pokedex and random side quests and such. Also, I'm using my actual USB webcam now. I had some problems with my built-in webcam yesterday, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. I'm just going to use this one. Also, I might have to turn the light on later. It's a bit of a gloomy day, so it's not particularly bright in my room, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the game scene and hope that everything's working correctly. I didn't have time to test the audio before we started, so if anything's too loud or too quiet, just let me know and I'll try to adjust it. Hello, Theo! Hello, thank you for the resub. Welcome. Hope you're having a good... Is it afternoon for you? I don't know time zones. Afternoon, evening, whatever. I know it's not morning. It's morning for me, but it's definitely not for you. Let's see where I even was. Hold on, I need to full screen this, I forgot. I woke up 4 hours ago and it's 7 PM now, yeah. I saw on your Discord, you basically woke up the same time I did, but were like several hours apart. Full screen. There we go. Okay, this is my character. Fashion disaster. Alright, let's... Oh, I have things? Oh, lost and found. Oh, I have new things to find? Oh. Oh, these are the ones that I did find, I guess. And I got points. Don't really know what those are used for, to be honest. Let me turn the volume up. The game is a bit quiet, but I think it's supposed to be quiet. We'll see once we get into like a battle or something, because then there's actual music. I need to figure out what I was even doing last time. Moonview Arena. Crank it up. We'll see once there's like actual like music, because it's very atmospheric a lot of the time. Also, I think this game, one of those mass outbreaks, just regular mass outbreaks. So I kind of, there's a quest to unlock massive mass outbreaks, which is basically just a bunch of mass outbreaks all at once. I messed it up, because I was supposed to investigate 3 of the outbreaks in here. I spent too much time fiddling around looking for ones that I actually wanted. And so the outbreak ended and I hadn't investigated 3. So now I just have to sit around and wait for another one to happen. So I can finish the quest. But first, Summit Camp is probably the one that's closest. Gotta go to Moonview Arena, which I assume I'm probably going to find Cresselia there. Because, like, all of these have been legendaries. Oh, also, I should show you my team. They're all... What's the team button again? It has been so long since I've last played this. Is it that one? No. Is it this one? No. How do I bring up my team? This one? Help, I don't remember how to play this game. Hello, Espion Dude. Had to verify my account to chat, and it was weird. Sorry about that. There's been, yeah, there's been talk of, hate raids, essentially, so I decided to try and, crank up the security a little to include verification. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to be safe. How do I... I'm trying to remember how to look at my team. Is it this? No. What button is it? Okay, no, that's first person. I'm not blaming you. I just pushed password reset was less aggravating. Yeah. Yeah, I will tell you, the biggest issue with Legends Arceus, spinning the control stick does nothing. In Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, your character would like twirl around and do a little pose. This game, nothing. Hold on. B? No. What button brings it up? It's probably in one of these menus and I'm just dumb. With the Charizard pose, yeah. Oh, here, it's in the items. I'm so dumb. So all of the Pokemon that I actually bothered naming, I named after VTubers. Because, I don't know, I usually try to come up with some sort of theme when I'm naming my Pokemon, and this is just what I went with this time. Because this is like the first Pokemon game I've been playing since falling into the VTuber rabbit hole. So this is my team. This is what I got through the main game with. Bell's the Typhlosion. Akiro's the God of War. Why am I mind blanking? Booby the Mantine. Chloe the Overquill. Why am I forgetting the names? Mau Mau the Electrode, and Sunny the Heracross. Name one after me and release it? No. I will not release you. What is going on here? Kalaba, what are you doing here? Or is it Kabbalah? I don't remember her name. I'm not going to do voice acting, by the way. I would like to save my voice a little for this weekend so that I can do Danganronpa again. So I'm just going to read out the dialogue in my normal voice. I don't suppose a grunt like you would even know, but it behooves me to ask. Do you know the Pokemon called Cresselia? Hydrate, thank you, Theo. Yes, I do. I have played Pokemon Diamond. Well, I figured you'd know. I wouldn't expect any less from someone who managed to defeat me, even if it was just a fluke. I don't like this guy. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't... Some people find this kind of character amusing, I hate it. I hate it. So it was Kalaba, okay. Cresselia is said to be the very embodiment of the crescent moon. Her feathers are called lunar feathers, and legend says that if you hold one as you fall asleep, you'll be visited with wondrous dreams. Well, I call her a nightmare, that pesky Cresselia. Just give me a sec. I would like to move my model a little, because I feel like I'm clashing into the edge of the screen a little too much. Let me just shift over a little. How does that look? That's better. Melee greater than Swordwood and Shieldbow. I mean, at least with their designs you can tell like they're incredibly stupid, that you're not meant to take them seriously. I feel. I call her a nightmare, that pesky Cresselia. She's descended upon Moonview Arena and caused my lord to hide itself away. I'm so worried about Electrode that I can't even sleep, never mind dream. Think you might be able to catch Cresselia and perhaps even claim one of those lunar feathers? Oh, do catch that pesky flying croissant. Do it for my poor Electrode. So apparently they have some contact with Carlos, at least, if they know what croissants are. Though I suppose Cresselia can't be all bad, if she at least recognizes the perfection of the arena, looked after by the loving care of the great Melly. Shut up, dude. No one likes you. Well, I don't like you, at least. I'm sure you have a lot of fans. And there it is. Lunan. Okay. I assume they're going to want us to battle... Oh. There we go. Let me fight you. Okay, there's music now, so... let me know how the volume is. If I should turn up or down or whatnot. Let's just hit it with a Shadow Ball, why not? Or not. Well then. Well then. What else is good against Psychic? Dark. Oh yeah, Dark's immune. I was like, I don't want to send out Chloe because like Psychic's good against poison. But Dark's straight up immune, so Chloe's fine. Hit it with a Dark Pulse. Okay, so we can do another one of those, and we should still be... We should still be good. I think the game audio might be lagging at least a little. At least is for me. Huh. I'm not sure how to fix that. Because I don't have any delay set on it. Let me check. Advanced audio properties. Yeah, I don't have any delay set on the audio. So I'm not sure how that's happening. I think I am going to turn it up a little. But yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow! Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, let's go with another Dark Pulse. Oh. Well, there goes Chloe. Alright, Mal's on this next strongest, so we'll send her out. And then we just start hucking Pokeballs. Not that one. Items. Just got a load of Ultra Balls. Hey, first try. Nice, nice. We got... Why did we get the Dread Plate from that? Huh? What does the Dark type have to do with Cresselia? Well, I guess Darkrai, but like, this isn't Darkrai, this is Cresselia. Well, this is unexpected. Instead of a lunar feather, you got some kind of plate. I do feel power emanating from it, though. In any case, if Cresselia did not gift us with any of her feathers, then I suppose she thought we had no need for them. Not bad at all, Grunt. Don't call me that. Though I suppose anyone with enough luck to best the Great Melee should be able to handle at least that much. Thinking about it, a halfway competent person like you might actually make a decent sparring partner to help my lord and I grow stronger still. I will go back to the settlement and tell the others about the feathers that we didn't get. Okay. Gather the plates related to each of the stories Kogita told you about. You should head back to Kogita's retreat. Okay. Cool beans. There is like... It's like, I don't hear it with the audio compared to the video, but like in controlling I do feel like a bit of a delay with the controls, but that's because I'm playing directly off the capture instead of like doing like a HDMI splitter so I can play off the TV or whatever. Oh wait, there was a mass outbreak here, wasn't there? Might as well have a look-see what we can get from that, I suppose. So I don't have the shiny charm because I haven't completed the Pokédex, but like... You know, we might be able to get some cool stuff here. Oh, there's nowhere for me to hide from them, though. How did that miss? There we go, we found the Pokemon, so now will it work? This did not go as planned. Let's just take him out. Yeah, it's a shame there's no, like, multi-target attacks. But, them's the breaks, I suppose. Ooh, not enough. Okay. Maybe I'm a little in over my head. Yeah, let's just, let's not do this, shall we? Okay, where's the nearest camp? Oh, they're both... No, those are caves. Alright, I just gotta fly away until the... Look at that low frame rate. Low frame rate magneton. Or magnezone, rather. Hello. How are you, good sir? Anyway, we can go off to a camp now. Yes. Yes, yes. We go to Chrysalia. Cool beans. I don't normally name my legendaries, because they're like special. Alright. Hold on, do my... Yes, they do get healed when we go to town. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Let's go see... Where's Kogito? Up here. Do-do-do-do-do. And it feels weird playing this game again after so long. Hello. There you are again. Have you collected all the plates? Indeed. Of course, Melody is a famed member of the Survey Corps after all. Or is it Survey Corps? I don't know how it's pronounced. It looks like it should be pronounced corpse, but I believe it's not pronounced that way. So, what can you tell us? We're so close now. We must know more about the plates. If there's yet more you want to know, kindly bring me wood. 3 logs will do. Okay. Wood? So you're saying wood is somehow tied to the plates? Well, I suppose that's what we had to learn next. Hop to it, Melody. Well, it shames me to admit, merchant that I am, I'm quite out of wood in my stores just now. Okay. I probably don't have it on me, but I should have some in my storage. We just stick... Oh, I have 1 wood. Now where is the wood stored? Do I not... Did I get rid of my wood? I got rid of my wood at some point. Either that or I just didn't have any. Or I'm just blind. Huh. Well then, I guess we have to go find some wood. I don't know where I'm supposed to find that, actually. I didn't think it would be important. Or maybe I did have wood and I just used it to craft something for like a quest or whatever. Can I buy wood? It's been so long I don't remember where to do things. Hello, sir. Are you the store man, or is it... Oh, this is the guy I made the thing for the quest for. Why, that's a Pokeshi doll if I ever saw one. Let me have a closer look. Amazing, just look how smoothly you've carved these curves. This is what I used the wood for. Your attentive carving shows you put love and care into your handiwork. I haven't seen this game in a while. Forgot the ground looks so bad. Yeah, Pokemon has never exactly been great with their texture work. At least in the 3D games. And these colours, you've definitely given it a vivid look, that's for sure. Yes, these hues must be the very shades of your inner strength and passion. Not to mention this Pokeshi doll. is perfectly balanced. At a glance, you'd think it's sure to fall over, yet it stubbornly remains upright. Whoa. Thank you, I have savored your Pokeshi doll to my heart's content. We used the same recipe, yet your Pokeshi doll had a completely different feel than mine. Here, I'll give you a Pokeshi doll that I made. I took great care in crafting it, please, so have a look and see how it differs from the one you made. Okay. I got a Pokeshi doll. What do these things even do? Can be sold in the general store. Okay. Cool. We sell materials. Crafting materials. He does not sell wood. Okay. Okay. So I gotta go out and find some wood. Zeal. Okay, it just tells me, hey, go to her. I don't know how to get wood. I guess we'll... Where do I get wood? I didn't think I'd be stumbling this hard. Trying to... Okay, I don't know exactly how to get wood. Do we knock it out of trees? Do we beat Bidoof and steal its wood? I don't know. You know, maybe I'll just look it up. Maybe I'll just look it up. Hold on. Hold on, if things go screwy, it's because I'm opening Google Chrome. How to get wood in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay. Harvested from the ground in woodland areas. Okay. Cool. I know a woodland area. It's like the Heartwood. So we'll fly over to the arena. Have a look around in the forest. Got a Scyther over there. I'm gonna switch to one of my lower level ones so that I can give them EXP. My Heracross is an alpha, by the way. I was having trouble deciding what the last member of my team should be, and then I found an alpha Heracross and I'm like, okay, I'll just use him. So I guess we're just gonna explore around. Hello. You wanna fight that badly? I'll take you on. You're level 15, what are you doing? LOL. Oh, we got wood! Okay. So, we're gonna go around killing Scythers so we can get wood from them. I guess. Hello. Alpha. Level 42. We should be fine. We might even be able to catch this one. I like catching the alphas and then giving them a... giving them a really stupid name that's like A something or other. So that like the A is like short for alpha, but it also forms a word or whatever. I'll send in Booby, I guess. Trying to not kill it so that I can catch it. There we go. Where are my Pokeballs? There they are. Oh. Okay. Just raise all your stats, why don't you? I seem to have underestimated the power of an alpha. There we go. Got an alpha cipher. Okay. Do I have anything I can throw out that I don't really need? Got my stun. Bugwort. It does have some additional possibilities. Oh, so better than no Pokemon like it. I'll just get rid of that. I don't even use the XP candies. Why am I throwing stuff out so that I can get them? I should... Do I have a revive on me? I have a max revive. I don't want to use that. Oh, this is the item that lets you evolve Scyther into Cleavor, I believe. Alright, give me the wood. Wood! Let's go! So I'll worry about filling out the Pokédex and leveling up my Pokédex later. Right now I just want to finish the... Oh, we completed the Dex entry for Scyther. Nice. Return to the village, because now we have enough wood. Then we just turn around and go back out. To the ancient retreat. So I'm assuming Kogita is going to make us something to put the plates in or whatever. I have no idea. I know what the big, like, ending twist is or whatever, but I don't know how we get there. There's more you want to know? Kindly bring me wood. 3 logs will do. If you gathered the logs, the 3 logs I requested, lost one. Here you go. 3 logs of wood. Oh, yes, this certainly ought to do. Now the moment comes at last, the big reveal. What, pray tell, is the secret behind this wood? Secret? Your expectations need tempering, I fear. This wood is merely for fashioning myself new cutting boards. Never mind. Cutting boards, you mean for cooking? The plates we're after aren't dinner plates, so this is hardly the time for cooking. How you complain for one shirking his own work this very moment. Poor Ginter of the Ginkgo Guild must have his hands full with you. But honest work earns honest pay. Here you are, Melody, a reward for the wood you've brought me. Oh, the last plate. The plate that was retroactively added when they added the fairy type. That's one of the plates we're looking for. Apologies, that's indeed one of the plates we've been searching for. What do you mean a plate? Let me see that again. This does rather look like one of the plates you've been tracking down. While the engravings upon it made it less accommodating... While the engravings upon it made it less than accommodating as a cutting board, whatever ingredients crossed it certainly gained a more pleasant flavour. Perhaps that was the board's power. The plate's power, rather. Okay, then. Well, no more needs saying. What do you two intend to do now? We've managed to collect quite a lot of plates by now, but I still don't know what we're supposed to do, what we're to do with them, exactly. It's just a hunch, but perhaps we should have a look around the Celestica ruins? Those ruins contain statues of both Dialga and Palkia. They might hold more secrets. I see, a fine pretext to continue shirking your mercantile duties, to crawl about old ruins as you so enjoy. On with you, then. I don't need you to tell me. I'm going. Okay. The Celestica ruins, Melody. I'll see you there. Okay. Cool. Go on now to the Celestica ruins. I'm curious myself what you'll find there. What can we who live now learn from the remains of our ancient myths? Ancient legends and ancient myths and legends. I cannot read. Okily dokily. I don't even remember where the Celestica ruins are. Are those the ones in the Mylands? Crimson Mylands? We'll see where it tells me to go on the map. No, these are the ones in the Coronet Highlands. Okay. Mountain camp, I guess? Alright, where are we off to? Never mind, I would have been faster going to the summer camp. Okay. Down there. Sphere! Oh, his Sphere went down the hill? Let's just walk down and see if we can spot it while we're heading towards that. Oh, the mirror is aggressive. I probably should have put some of my items away, to be honest. Are these gravestones? Okay, then. I don't even remember this place. Oh, look, it's Sphere. Sphere? Oh, so the Graveler wasn't part of the scene, it was just a random Graveler. Okay. Come back here. Boulder Roll Ravine, okay. That is a name. That is indeed a name. We're getting off track, but, you know, Sphere. Sphere's important. Dude just keeps on rolling. Just gonna ignore these gravelers. Oh, that's a satchel. Nice. It's Golem. I assume it probably went down this way, because this is still downhill. There it is. Sven. Still going, okay. I did not realize this little quest was going to take me all the way down the mountain. Ah, it went over to the water. That makes sense. But first... tree. Oh, a cherub. I don't know if I've actually caught one of these. Let me see if I can catch this. Yeah, that's good. Well, maybe not if it does that. Let's just throw a ball at it. Hey, nice, nice. Oh, yeah, that's my first cherub. Cool, cool. Sphere. Where are you going now? Can't believe you rolled all the way down here. Oh, there he is. There's the dude. You escorted Sphere all this way, right? Thank you so much. Please come meet me back at the summer camp. I'll thank you properly there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, back up we go. Let me remove this pin. Eh? I'm being targeted. Oh, jeez. No, go away, stop. Freaking Geodude. Oh, you know how I said the one problem with this game was that spinning around does nothing? The other problem with this game is there's nothing behind any of the waterfalls. Cardinal sin. You can't stick a waterfall in a video game and not put something behind it. It's very important. Thanks to you, I was able to find Sphere without a scratch too. Here, this is for everything you've done. What did I get? A sticky glob and a rare candy, okay. You're going to be more careful from now on, won't you, Sphere? Oh, wait, where did Sphere go? Sphere. And off it goes. Sphere. Alright. Now is it? Okay, it is selected. Where? Oh, those are the ruins. For some reason I was thinking like the cave with all the bronzong and whatnot. He meant these. That makes sense. Hello, Rotom. Have a look at this, Melody. There's a box jumping around in the background. If I were perfectly round like Sphere, I'd want to roll down a hill too. This statue has been kept here far from the statues of Dialga and Palkia. Broken and shattered, yet it remains. Do you know what it is? I think so. It has 3 legs. Like, 6 legs, rather. 3 on each side. Of course you would. You're the greatest wielder of Pokemon this land knows. One who could bring low even Dialga and Palkia. Trying to open my eyes wider so that even when I'm looking down at the text, it doesn't look like my eyes are half closed. This crumbling statue was once the figure of a Pokemon, one that was equal to both Dialga and Palkia, yet banished from our world. The great Pokemon Giratina. It was banished for its violence, left to dwell in a world on the reverse side of our own. It is a being that has lain in wait for the chance to bare its fangs in defiance and tear down Arceus itself. Now tell me, if this Giratina desires more than anything to challenge Almighty Arceus, where do you think it might appear? I don't even remember what the Temple of Sinnoh is. The Temple of Sinnoh? Exactly. Where? Oh, is that the ruins on top of Mount Coronet? On, like, Spear Pillar? Maybe? Exactly. Where one is closer to the heavens than any other place in Hisui. Okay, so they were both the right answer. And where the space-time rift first opened. Ha 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 ha. I'm definitely not evil. I can feel it. We are getting closer to uncovering the secrets of this world. I dare say the excitement is loosening my lips more than it should, but... You see, ever since I was young, when I met with something painful or heartbreaking, I couldn't help but wonder why life was so unfair, why I was cursed to live through such things. Of course, I imagine we all go through something like that. Eventually I chose to direct my energy into my own natural curiosity and ambition. And what tickled my curiosity more strongly than anything were the mysteries to be found in legends, in history, in ruins. You see, I fancied that by unraveling these mysteries I could find out how the world itself came to be, and with that knowledge, maybe even forge a new, better world. Okay. Okay, Cyrus. Now, if we can find the realm that exists on the reverse side of our world and meet the Creator's unwanted child banished therein, perhaps then we'll be able to understand the nature of Almighty Sinnoh itself. Don't you want to see it with your own eyes? We must make for the Temple of Sinnoh at Mount Coronet's peak. Dialga and Palkia both appeared from within the rift that once gaped open there, didn't they? If these plates can call anything at all, it seems likely that this is where it would appear. Okay. Cool beans. I was too distracted by this box. Oh, it was a Voltorb. Now it's dead. Alright. Oh, there's no way to fly up there. At least as far as I can see. No, wrong way. This way. See how far it'll let me go before... Oh, hello. "15 wisps. That is going to take forever to try and... See how far it'll let me go up before it says, hey, no, this isn't how you do it. Okay, apparently this is how far it'll let me go. Cool. Time to zoom. Da 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 da. Up we go. Let's see how underleveled I am for this. Because the thing about Legends Arceus is it expects you to explore and go around and catch Pokemon and whatnot, and the way I tend to play open world games is I kind of just ignore the open world and just go from objective to objective, and then I explore later. So I ended up underleveled during the main game because I wasn't you know, fighting and catching things because they weren't in the way. The temple lies in ruins, columns cracked and broken, like pillars now turned into spears. Oh, is that where Spear Pillar gets its name? Stabbing into the heavens. Well, I detect a distinct lack of Giratina. I do the opposite and forget about the story. Yeah, I guess for me, when it's like a linear game, and like you can tell there's like a set number of like paths to go, I tend to like look for the path that you're not supposed to go and see like the optional stuff first. But when it's like big and open, I guess I just get overwhelmed, and I'm like, we're supposed to go that way? Okay, we'll go that way. Is something bothering you? I do beg your pardon. I suppose I must seem to be behaving strangely. I dare say you deserve to know what I'm really after by now. Ever since I became convinced that Arceus really does exist, there's been one question that consumed my thoughts. How can I meet such a being myself? It was originally an attempt to answer that question. In an attempt to answer that question that I originally sought out Giratina and had it tear open that rift in space-time. Oh. After all, Giratina wished to stand against Arceus, but that didn't seem to do the trick. So then I had you gather fragments of an all-encompassing deity, just as the murals of the ruins directed. 18 plates said to be fragments of the all-encompassing deity. You hold in your hands 17 of them. So, oh, I guess I haven't been keeping count of how many I've collected. So where's the last one? Why, it's right here. I'm guessing that's the ghost plate because he's gonna fight me with Giratina. Now hand over the plates you gathered. I will be the one to bring them all together. My desire to meet Arceus cannot be contained any longer. I need to know what it is. I must know what it is. If I can meet Arceus myself, then I may also be able to subjugate its power, and using that, I will attempt to create a new, better world. Of course, if I create a brand new world, then this Hisui region that we currently exist in will be undone and returned to nothing. You and everyone you know and all the Pokemon living here will vanish in an instant. As if you'd never been. Okay. If you want to keep this world from disappearing, then face me in battle. Okay. Not that you have a choice. Even if you don't wish to battle me, I'm not above using force to take those plates from you. Okay. Cool. Pokemon Wielder Vola. It's an interesting trainer class. Spiritomb. Hello, Mal! Hello, hello! We're playing some Pokemon today. Morning, yes indeed. Oh. 3 Heracross's moves don't do anything. I guess I'll pin missile and then switch out or something. Is that... yeah, splinters. Or I could just keep attacking. Why not? I don't know if splinters can stack. I don't know all the ins and outs of how Arceus' battle system works. Legends Arceus. Hey! Nice work, Sunny. Oh, Mal! Now look. I've got a Pokemon named after you. It's a ball. Okay. Back to the fight. Mal, yeah. I named all of my Pokemon after VTubers, but yours was the only one that actually ended up on the team. Out of my friends. You know what, let's actually send you up. Why not? This dude's almost gone. Hit him with an energy ball. There we go, one down. Oh no, that's not good. What's Arcanine Fire Rock? I guess Booby would be the best answer to that, but Booby is part flying type. We'll switch to Booby. Strong style, okay. Okay. Well, this isn't going particularly well. Oh, Chloe has water type too. Should have said it, Chloe. There we go. Oh, Garchomp, okay. Strong style. Not giving me a chance to act, lovely. Everyone is dying. Okay, who has something that's good against... Ah, Fairy. Right, Akirose. Hit him with a Moonblast. Oh, not quite enough. This is not going well. This is why you level up your Pokemon. I guess this is why I've never really paid attention when people complain like, oh, Pokemon's too easy, and I'm just like... I'm just not good at it. I just like collecting cool critters. I'm not good at all the strategy stuff. Everyone is dying. Yeah. Alright. Ah, we have fire moves, which are effective against Lucario. Not quite enough. Please don't kill me. Oh, he's got a crunch. Ooh. It's not a good... Oh, Mao's the only one I have left. And this dude still has at least one more, maybe two. I can't tell. It's being covered by the text box. Okay. Rip. Try again with a stronger team. Okay, I guess we'll have to go train him a little. We'll just go, we'll go fight some random Pokemon. To level up. My strategy is to use bulk up when I can. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that's ever really paid attention to stat moves. Oh, that's beyond Calm Mind. Yeah, it makes sense. I just level up until I'm strong enough. See, the problem with the way the battle system works here is I can't just keep throwing my head at him until I'm strong enough, because they don't give you the EXP until the fight's over. Because, like, that's normally what I do when I'm up against a strong fight. I don't go off to a random area and grind. I just face off against, like, the gym leader or the Elite Four or whatever, and I gain EXP by losing to them, but beating some of their Pokemon. I can't do that here. What's the best area to train? Because, like, this area up here is, like, where the end game of the main game was. What is this? Oh, it's a cherry berry. Oh, did I get level ups, though? Yeah, Mao leveled up. And I think Bells may have also. I don't know what level I want to get everyone up to. Because, like, he's at level 68. At the very least, I should get Sunny up a few levels. And then everyone else can just get it from EXP share. Actually, before we run off, I'm gonna go put some items away. Since my inventory is full of garbage. I need to play with my controller held up closer to my chest, because if I have it on my lap, then the table, like, blocks the signals from getting to the Switch or something. Right. With that. With that. Comet Shard. Pod. This is Grit Bevel. Just putting away the stuff that I don't immediately need, or that I'm not going to really use for crafting in the field. And these can stay because I can throw them. There we go. Alright, let's run around and kill dudes. There's probably better ways to do this. I could just use all those EXP candies that I haven't been using, but I normally don't do that. So I guess I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. Wait. See, I wasn't anticipating this. I wasn't thinking, oh, I might have to. I might have to grind for the end game of the post game. But apparently, that was short-sighted of me. Oh, lovely. Heckin' paralysis. Okay, Moonblast isn't enough. That could be problems. That was problems. Lovely. Lovely. I'm great at this game, guys. Hit him with a Hydra Pump. Like, the most strategizing I do in Pokemon is just when it comes to, like, building my team. I'll just be like, oh, I don't want any overlapping types. And even then, sometimes I don't hold myself to that. I'm still feeling sick today, so I'm going to go rest. No worries. No worries. I hope you have a good rest, and I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, it is morning. My Pokemon healthy. Everything here is electric type. Eh. He do a sit. I'm not entirely sure why they bothered to let the trainer move around in the battle screen, because like it does nothing. Your positioning does nothing, you can just run away if you get too far from it. Oh, we got a level up for Sunny. Nice, nice. These dudes are like 7 levels below me and they're still doing almost half my HP in a single attack. And not even a super effective one. Where is everyone? They're further in, I guess. They're so strong, yeah. Okay, maybe I should put someone else in the lead. Oh, that's a level up for Chloe. Nice, nice. We'll see what Akiros can do. That was close, yeah. See how much Moonblast does again. Okay. So potentially a strong Moonblast can be enough to take one out in one. I don't like grinding. I'm not a fan. This is why I don't complain about the whole EXP share thing. The EXP share controversy that has wreaked havoc on the Pokemon fanbase. I think I might just use some EXP candies, because I think I have some still in storage. We'll just like get everyone up to like 65 or so. See if that's strong enough to defeat Volo. We only just got up, time to go to bed again. Oh, we have a small EXP candy here. Where's the large ones? We have a couple rare candies too, but I think we'll just use up these first. Just grab all of them out. Start with small ones. They don't tell you how much it's going to do, which is kind of awkward. Okay, that's all of our small ones. Now we'll use the mediums. 3, not quite enough. Okay, so we will probably still need to do a little bit of grinding. But it's okay. I guess I'll use the large one on Booby. Okay. We'll do a bit of grinding to at least get Akiroas and Sunny up to 64, along with everyone else. And then we'll go see if we can find Volo again. Love that Volo's just sort of like, hey, I'm gonna take them from you by force. And then you can just sort of leave if you want. If you lose, you can just like, nah, I'm gonna go leave. Oh, training, come back. Alright. Oh! There we go, level ups. Let me just heal so that Arceus isn't damaged, and then we'll go attempt Volo again, I suppose. And then if that's still not strong enough, then we'll just have to train. I think we're gonna rest until the evening so we can like battle him at sunset. That'll be cool, right? Nice backdrop. Don't mind me, just passing through. Trying to get there before the sun sets so we have a cool backdrop for the fight. Run, run, run. Here we are, the Temple of Sinnoh, which would later come to be known as Spear Pillar or whatever, or something. Now hand over the plates you gathered, I will be the one to bring them all together. Blah blah blah. You already said this. You already said this. Yeah. Alright, starting off against Spiritomb. Arceus was good for this. Hydrate, thank you, Mal. Thank you. Because Spiritomb only has one weakness, and it's Fairy. And Arceus is part Fairy type. Let's go! Right, Roserade. Ah, because Roserade's part poison and... or not? Spikes? Yeah, poison. Super effective, goddammit. Well then. Well, Arceus, you did good. I might have to try and revive you before the end of the fight so that I can get you some EXP, but for now... here comes Bells. With the flamethrower. Yeah. the meta of Arceus just seems to be hit hard, hit fast. Rock Slide. Rock's super effective against fire? I do not remember that. Okay. We'll switch in Chloe because Booby is weak to rock. And Chloe still has a water move. Wham! Right, Garchomp. Ugh, problem. Arceus is dead. And I think Arceus is the only one who has something super effective against Garchomp. Yes, okay. I'm gonna send in Booby because Booby is immune to ground type. And then I'll revive Arceus. I only have one max revive, but that's fine. We can make more, I think. Arceus up again. Oh, I still have an extra ton. In that case, might as well use it. Agile style. Dragon Claw. And then straight into strong style Dragon Claw. Okay, goodbye Booby. But here comes Arceus. With the Moon Blast. Alright, what's his last Pokemon? Have we seen it? Oh, I know he still has two more after this. Togekiss. We didn't see this one last time. Calm Mind. That boosts offensive stats and defensive stats. Okay. Do I even have anything that's good against Togekiss? I probably do, but they're probably dead. I should have made more revives. Togekiss so cute, yeah. Strongest move is Moonblast, so I guess we'll just use that. Oh dear. Oh dear. What moves? Let's go. Let's just hope it doesn't use a flying attack. Oh, we get to move before it. Cool, cool. In that case, Thunder. Still not enough. Okay. Oh, but it's paralyzed. Let's go. Oh, and now he's dropping his full restore, of course. I forgot. He has one of those. Oh, and it cured the paralysis. Oh, we got the paralysis off again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Mao. Hell yeah. What's the last Pokemon? Lucario. Okay. Do we have anything good against Lucario that's still alive? We do, we have Arceus, but Arceus is hurt and I don't think that's a safe switch in. I might just see what Mal can do. Okay, Mal can miss. Okay. Huh? Why is it only... Is Psychic not very effective against Steel? I should have sent out Sunny. Okay. Aurasphere. We're gonna have one... We're gonna have one Pokemon left at the end of this battle. But hey, as long as we win, it works. Finish him off. Let's go. We did it. Sunny's the only one that gets any experience from it, though. Why? Why you? Why do you have the blessing of Arceus? Sunny's the only one that gets any EXP. Why? How? I've devoted myself to Arceus beyond any other. I worshipped it as the creator of our entire world. I bent all my passion and interest to its study. All the time I've spent poring over the legends, everything that I've done. You outsider! It's almost as if you were spat out of the space-time rift just to get in my way. No, this isn't finished yet. Can you feel it? The chill creeping through your veins? The eldritch presence icing your heart? Bishan! Oh boy. Here it comes. It's the thing. It's Giratina. Giratina, strike her down. I hope my team gets healed before this, because if not... and because Volo's there, this probably counts as a trainer battle, so we can't catch Giratina here. We probably just have to defeat it. Shadow Force, okay. Okay. Sunny literally only has one attack that can even hit it. Sunny is not good against ghost types. How do we get rid of the obscured? Dude's obscured, how do we get rid of that? Oh, we don't get to heal. Do we have to do the whole thing over? Or is it just the Giratina fight? Hold on, let me... Yeah, I'm gonna go get some revives. Okay, do I have any in storage? I do not. I will have to craft some. Let's hope I have the ingredients. Hopefully not full thing, yeah, hopefully. I only have enough for 6. Okay. Don't have enough medicinal herbs. Ah. Okay, we'll see. If it turns out that we have to do the whole thing over, then, I guess I'll probably go do some trading. So that we don't end off the fight having no one alive. Especially because Sunny just straight up... Sunny cannot do anything to Giratina. Alright, let's see. Let's see where it puts us. Hello. Okay, no, we do have to do the whole thing over. Oh boy. Well then. We might have to go, like, just run off and do some side quests and whatnot. While we train, so that it's not just me sitting around grinding. I'm probably gonna have to be a bit smarter with my switch-ins, so that I can have more Pokemon alive at the end. Roserade, okay. Never mind, didn't even give me a chance to switch out. I'm gonna use Booty because I want Bells alive. Booty didn't really do much in the fight, I don't think. Oh, just not. Aye? Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't even realize his AI would let him do that. Normally NPC trainers don't switch out. Alright, Aqua Tail. Who's next? Garchomp. Oh, we lost Arceus. Do we have anyone that can do anything? No, we don't. I guess send out Sunny because Sunny's not that helpful in the final fight. And we'll just use Sunny's turn to revive Arceus. And heal. 100, yes. This is not great. This is not great. I didn't really anticipate the difficulty of the post-game. So maybe we won't actually complete the post-game today. I had such grand plans. But we're already like an hour and a half in. Oh, still not enough? Okay. In that case... Strong style. Even though that probably means... Aki's going to get KO'd by his next Pokemon. Roserade's back, of course it is. Cool. Guess we'll use bells for this. Yeah, this is going just as bad, if not worse, than our last attempt. So I'm probably just gonna have a look around at like random side quests we can do instead of this. Strong style. Oh, he's got crunch. Of course he does. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother reviving anyone. This one's a wash. Man. Oh, we might still make it to Giratina. Or not. If that happens. If that happens. Hit him. Still takes 2. Well. Yeah, we're gonna have to train a bit before we can fight Vola. So let me see what other missions I have. That's the main story thing. Do I still not have... Surely I've got Krickettoon's page filled, right? Is this the last boss? I believe so. I've already beat the main game. This is the dude. This is the post game now. Critically, numerically. Okay. Let me check. Where is Krickettoon? Do I have Krickettoon's entry completed? I do not. Okay, let's go to the Obsidian Fieldlands and try and complete Krickettoon's entry and show it to that dude. So I'm just going to start working on random side quests so that we have something to do while we train our Pokemon. So that it's not just, you know, standing around grinding. Because that's no fun. It's no fun for you to watch, it's no fun for me to do. No, I didn't want to continue my expedition. Yeah, I think Volo's the last, like... Well, actually... Volo is the last, like, story challenge. However, you do have, I think, another boss that you can go after once you complete the Pokédex. And have, like, caught one of every Pokemon. But that's still a ways off. I wasn't expecting to do that in this stream. So now we're just gonna roam around randomly and catch things. Hello. You're the one... Yeah. Krakatot. Oh, Krakatot, not Krikatoon. Okay. Oh, so Krakatot produced that curious sound by hitting their antenna together. I wonder if Anduin from the Supply Corps could put together a musical instrument with similar shape to those antennae. Well, for now, thanks for going out of your way to solve this tonal enigma. Here, take these. I got Vivichokes. To complete a Pokemon's page in your Pokédex, you need to catch and battle that species over and over, right? Gosh, you're such a hard worker. Now, while I remember, let's actually go back. Because I need a... This guy at the front gate wants, like, a big weasel. But, like... The size of the Pokemon you catch are random. And you can't use ride Pokemon while in town. Look, there's all my Pokemon. Sort of sitting there in the field. Well, not all of them, obviously, but some of them. Right, it is you, right? You want the Weasel? Have you brought me a bigger Weasel? Let me see if I can find... This is a Weasel. How big is this Weasel? 2'3", that's big-ish, right? Good grave, I never expect... One that's around at least 2'8" would be great. Okay. Let me just speak to him again. Let me look through my Weasels. Saw a random jellyfish Pokemon floating in the air. That's normal, right? Yeah. Like, aquatic Pokemon just sort of float a lot of the time. When they're not in the water. They never explain how it works, it just sort of does. Alright, this is 2-7, so close. Close, but no cigar. This is 2-2. This is 2-4. 2-1. 2. And this is my last one. 2-5. Okay, we don't have a big enough Weasel. So in that case, let's go and catch some random Weasels, I guess. We're getting smaller and smaller, yeah. Actually, while I remember, I'll check if there are any new missions on the board. Anything here? No. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. So let's go and chuck some Pokeballs at some Weasels. I don't know if or where Weasels appear. Actually, let me check the Pokédex. Does it say where we can find Weasels? Cobalt Coastland and Obsidian Fieldlands. We'll go to Cobalt Coastland, because I do need to do something in the Cobalt Coastlands, but it's... Ah, finally! Massive mass outbreak. Okay, we'll focus on this instead, because this unlocks, you know, making this, like, less random chance. It'll if I complete this quest, it'll make these appear more frequently. And that'll be good, because these are good for, like, shiny hunting. Hello, Maya. Please investigate 3. Help from Munchlax? No thanks. Let me... we'll go for this one. And... no, let me... how do I set it? What's the map? The map. This is the one. Where is the thing? Mass outbreak in the coastlands. Okay, no messing around this time. This time we're just gonna go straight for the stuff. There's a shiny thing down there, but that's just a rock. It's not a shiny Pokemon. Just zooming all over everything. Oh. I think I saw a thing. Yes, I need these. Right, now... where are my Pokeballs? Hello? Get in the ball. I think I might need to adjust the sensitivity on this motion aiming. Wait, who's targeting me? It's not these spheles. Oh, it's probably you. Okay. Just get him out of here so that it counts as having investigated this outbreak. Still a couple spheles. Fight, 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 yeah. There we go. Oh, that was enough, because I'd already investigated 2 before now, but while we're here, so now I don't need to hurry as much. I can just take my time looking at what's here and seeing if I want to catch anything from it. Yeah, no signs of stopping anytime soon. Oh yeah, these be... Oh, that's my first Prinplup. Nice. Oh, and my first Piplup, too. Cool beans. Get in the ball. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the... No, not this. This one. Game controls. Settings. Okay, that's the lowest sensitivity, I guess, so I guess I'll just turn it off. Oh, well now I'm too used to it. Guess I'll turn it back on. There. Alright, and the Pokemon's gone. So the next one is over here. Need to get some food now? No worries, Mal. Hope you enjoy your food. Thanks for stopping by. Onyx, What color even is shiny onyx? Geodude? Nah. Right, who's in the water? Mantike? I think Mantike's just like a little lighter. Oh, there's a new request there. That might be something to look into as we pass. No, not dive. Where's my... there. Okay. Why is my... Hello? I think Braviary broke. It wasn't moving. Oh, it's just Starly. Eh. No, not that one. This one. But while we're here, we'll look into what this request is. You're part of the Survey Corps, right? Could you help me out? Seems this Pokemon's so hungry that it can barely even move. I tried giving it food, but it wouldn't take a bite. I don't know if it's being stubborn or what. It shows some interest in plum beans, but it still wouldn't eat them. We could use crafting. Of course, we can make the plum beans extra tasty. I'm sure this little deal will eat them. What kind of Supply Corps member am I to completely forget about crafting? Any cakes? Bean cakes will do the trick. Can you make me one? Okay. We'll worry about that another time. No, not dive. Print plop? Okay. Oh, now they're all angry. Okay. Just get them out, take them all out. Oh, they're all angry now. I really should have just ran around and aggroed them all. So I can take them all out in one fight. Hello, look at me, look at me. Come and attack me. Okay, everyone's here? Cool. It only got one of them, okay. I don't know how this works. I think that might be all of them though, because I don't see any more spawning. Oh, that's a recall move. I forgot what Chloroblast does. Oh, but that filled in a thing for the Electrode. Nice, nice. Might as well still kill it for the XP. Even though it's the only one left, so we know there's not going to be a shiny here. What Pokemon is gone? So let's mark this one, and then fly over to the Molten Arena. Which way? This way. Rainstorm seems like it's about to clear up. Okay. That means we can probably only look at like 1 or 2 more. What's this one? Tentacle? Yeah, I guess I could go for a tentacle. Oh, they aggro. Eh. Not in the mood to fight a bunch of dudes. All the other outbreaks are so far away, though. Alright, we'll do these. We'll do these guys, and then we'll head on back to... Oh, hello, there you are. Eh. Yeah, they're only level 27, they won't be a problem. Oh, maybe they will. Okay. Yeah, sure. I guess that's fine. Do I actually have anything else? No, only Arky. And Arky I'm pretty sure is weak to poison. Because she's part fairy. Oh well. Oh well, it's still free experience. Rainstorm has ended, okay. In that case, it is time to fly on out and go see Mai, so we can unlock the next part of this quest chain. Seems the Survey Corps really does get the job done. I'm glad I asked you for help. I'm also glad we can get information from the Pearl Clan more easily now. You've got more Survey Corps members than just Melody at your service, too. Captain Silene ordered me and the Professor to help study these massive mass outbreaks. They're great for checking off research tasks. I'd be grateful to hear anything you've discovered. Yeah, of course, but before I tell you, I want to become an even more amazing Survey Corps member, and to do that I need to battle you, Melody. Okay. Meet me at Ginkgo Landing when you're ready. The beach seems fitting for a showdown. Okay, sure. The straightforward passion of the young, most admirable. Well, alright then. Could use a rest to heal up now. Okie dokie. Let's head on down to the beach. And just pick up random plants while we run down there. Oh, is that... Oh, all that catching helped us level up a bit. Oh no, no. Some of them leveled up, but most of them didn't. I forgot we leveled up everyone to level 64 already. Hello. If you want to hear what I know about massive mass outbreaks, you'll have to battle me for it. Oh. I thought I turned off those settings. Well, now you know someone's playing Smash Ultimate. You fell from the sky into our world, and I don't want that to be for nothing, for you or for me. We're gonna keep on working for the Survey Corps together, so I'm gonna show you that I can beat you. Okay. If you say so, my dude. Dude's only got 5 Pokemon. Right, he's only level 60. We've faced off against an almost level 70 dude before, so we should be okay. Yeah, sure. Hydrate, thank you, Theo. And stretch, yeah. That's the hydrate. And there's the stretch. Okay. Now what is effective against Clefairy? Poison type. So we'll use Bob Barrage. Dead. Next up is Grottle, which is also weak to poison. Oh, but it's a bit more defensive. Okay. Okay, my dude. I'm sorry, how did you move twice in a row? You are a turtle. You are slow. Or a tortoise, rather. Even though it's named Grottle. Might have to try reviving some of my dudes. So that they can get XP. I need more medicinal herbs. Or medicinal leeks, I'd rather. So that I can make more revives. Oh, Pikachu, that's not great. Yeah, okay. I don't have anything that's effective against electric. I don't know whose bright idea it was to make it so that electric only has one type it's weak to. But whoever made that decision is lame as hell. It's only weak to ground type. Staraptor, okay. Then I'll just use Thunder. Oh, this is his last Pokemon? I think it is. I missed my chance to revive everyone. Oh no, we still have one more. Okay. Hypnosis, no worries. All good. I'll be over here reviving my dudes. So that they can get EXP from this battle. Zan Headbutt. It's fine. It's fine. Mal might end up not getting That's fine. I revived the two that are still on level 64. Chloe and Mal can miss out this time. There'll be more chances for EXP in the future. Alright, Infernal Parade. Just not. My man's hanging on with a sliver of health. Too bad I have a 100% accurate move. Or a move with 100 accuracy, rather. It's not an always hit move. There's nothing you can't survey with strength like that. A couple level ups. Nice, nice. I want to get stronger. If only I could become a worthy opponent to you. I'm sure I'd be a better asset to the corpse. Minga! Pikachu, you understand how I feel? Alright, then we'll get back to work. We've got our whole future to be ready for. Master Spirit. Okay, but you need to tell us... Oh wait, I forgot what I came to see you for in the first place. Let me tell you the theory the professor and I came up with regarding the massive mass outbreaks. We think Pokemon gathering around lingering traces of energy left behind by the space-time rift, but we need to survey more to learn about the energy traces, about how the energy traces are connected to the rainstorms. I don't understand a word you're saying, but it sounds like you know what you're talking about. We have to discover the cause of the massive mass outbreaks and find out if they're dangerous, for all Hisui's sake. Good luck to you both out there. See you around. Okay. So I guess next we'll probably go into the Coronet Highlands. I like the Survey Corps. It's good to see young people so passionate about their cause. Alright, next we visit the Coronet Highlands. Or at least that would be the plan, but I have yet to hear of a single sighting of massive mass outbreaks in the Highlands. And when we do hear any sightings there, let's meet up at Highlands Camp. Okay. So now it's just a random chance where we have to wait for it to appear. That's a shame. Right, in that case, let's go catch some weasels. Where do the weasels appear? Apon Hill. Which is over this way. Oh, I should heal everyone up so they can get EXP from this. Hello, Miko! Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I was doing the post-game, but then it turned out to be too difficult. So I need to train. And in order to do that, I'm just completing a bunch of random side quests. How's the stream been? It's been good, it's been good. Giratina kind of kicked our ass. The dude before Giratina kicked our ass a couple times. Not you. I'm looking for weasels because I want to do that one quest where the guy's like, hey, give me a big weasel. I had a weasel that was like 1 off. 1 inch. See, this is the problem with weasels. The weasels are aggressive. Got back from seeing the new Thor movie? Nice. Pokemon bosses seem mean in this one, yeah. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I don't do a lot of exploring like the game expects you to, which means I kind of get underleveled very easily. Where are the weasels? I don't want Floatsels, I want weasels. It's all just Floatsels, okay. I guess maybe we should have gone for the weak place after all. Oh look, there's a Weasel. So we'll just catch these two and then we'll go off to the place that guaranteed has Weasels and not just Floatsels. Meanwhile, I overleveled everything out of just Yeah. I often end up overleveled in, like, mainline Pokemon games. But I guess because the Pokemon are just sort of sitting out of the way and it's very easy to just run by them, I didn't end up overleveled in this game. And I did have a couple times where I just had to grind. So now I'm grinding by doing side quests. Oh, if I catch one more Weasel, that's a research. Oh, a large specimen. That could be the one. That could be the Weasel we need to complete this quest. Like Theo sprinting through the grass. I haven't named a Pokemon Theo yet. I haven't found one that's appropriate. I haven't been... Here's the thing. In regular Pokemon games, I name all of my Pokemon. Because they... Like, the moment you catch one, it gives you a prompt like, hey, do you want to name this Pokemon? But in this game, it's like... This game, it doesn't show up. You have to deliberately make the effort to go into the menu and name it. So I just sort of forget most of the time. And honestly, because of that, when I was first getting into the game, I had trouble really getting into it because I didn't feel as connected to my team. I didn't feel as connected to the Pokemon I was catching. It didn't feel as personal because it's just immediately in and out of the menu and whatnot and all of that. So then I deliberately made the effort to name my team and any like special Pokemon I was catching, and that made it a bit better. Though I do hope, like, I know some people want Scarlet and Violet to just go quick in and out in menu, don't worry about it, just catch Pokemon in the overworld, all that stuff. But like, I like when it feels a bit more personal. But we'll see, I suppose. It feels like we've seen nothing of Scarlet and Violet. We've gotten 2 trailers. To be honest, because there's been such a drought of information, I didn't even realize that, like, it's only been like a month or 2 since the last trailer. So I'll be perfectly honest, a big reason why I decided to get a capture card was because hoping to see more of the co-op on it. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably play it by myself because I'm not much of a multiplayer person, but it's very good that they're like trying to lean more into that, especially because like trading's become less interconnected, I suppose, now. So making it possible to like actually play with other people makes sense. Caught a bunch of dudes. Yeah. Like, it feels like they showed way too much when they were revealing Pokemon Sun and Moon. And then they dialed it way back and started just showing nothing. Which is interesting. For me, I'm just waiting to see like more about the version differences between Scarlet and Violet, since they seem to be leaning more heavily into that, so that I know which one I want to get. Because like, I'm not the kind of person that buys both versions. I just look at like, okay, what's something specific that I like about one version, and I'll use that to base my judgment. So like, sometimes it's the box legendary, sometimes there's one like version exclusive Pokemon that I want to get. that sort of thing. Wondering if maybe they're going into hard work on it mode. Maybe. Because with the way the Pokemon brand works, they can't just like delay the game, unfortunately, because then like all the other merchandise and everything and the anime, it's all supposed to sync up. I have something important to discuss with you. I heard an odd rumor. I believe it may be the key to unlocking the mysteries behind the massive mass outbreaks. You must first acquire 10 mushroom cakes. Then bring them to the secret hollow. They should in some cases. Yeah, I agree. See, here's what I think, right? There are enough Pokemon now that, especially with the way the recent anime's gone, Journeys, like that's barely based around Sword and Shield. What they should do, just base an anime like Journeys, so just exploring the world of Pokemon. Focus on all the Pokemon we already have, and then give Game Freak the time they need to make the Pokemon game that everyone's expecting them to, instead of rushing it out. Which, to be fair, they probably do. Like, if they bolstered their team and weren't just like a small team, because everyone's like, oh, Game Freak's a small team, they can't do any better in this amount of time. And it's like, just hire more people. You're not some small indie studio. You're working on one of the biggest franchises in the world. But like, if they're not going to bolster their team, then they need more time, and that's up to the Pokemon company. But you know, it's Pokemon. I'm going to enjoy it regardless. That's just what I think they should do. Anyway, bring them to the secret hollow on Alabasta Island. I call this my tricky treat strategy. Okay. I'll be waiting for you on the Alabasta Islands. Which sadly, nope, money says nope, good luck, yeah. Yeah, I do think, like, they don't need to focus on pumping them out so quick. We could afford to just focus on old Pokemon for a while. There's enough of them out there. There's like over 900 Pokemon now. I think like 905 as of Legends Arceus, from what I remember. I could be wrong. I'm not certain. But definitely over 900. Especially if you count Scarlet and Violet. They really don't honestly let the game breathe a little, yeah. I'll be waiting for you in the Alabasta Islands in the secret hollow. Okay, so I need to make mushroom cakes. Cool. I have 0. Where is the crafting bench? Oh good, I do have the recipe. I can only make 5. Okay, do you sell cake lore base? You do. Wonderful. Perfect, we have 10 mushroom cakes. Gotta look for a sec to grab some foods, be right back. No worries, Miko. No worries. Hope you enjoy your food. Now, I'm glad that massive mass outbreak appeared, because after I messed it up the first time, I was really wondering when it was going to show up again so I could complete this quest. Still telling me to go to Mount Coronet, but Volo can wait. Volo can wait until I'm strong enough. Alright. Alola! It's still kind of weird to me that the Alolan word for hello is the same. Imagine living in a country called Hello. You know? Where is it? Tricky treat strategy. There we are. Off we go. See, Ride Pokemon make it so easy to just skip past everything, especially when you unlock Braviary. I just get so focused on the objective that I don't think to, like, roam around everywhere, because I'm like, well, that's where I'm meant to go. There's no, like, obvious side paths, it's just a big open sprawl. Not sure how much longer we're gonna go. It's only about like 45 minutes until when I would normally end my weekend streams, which I guess today technically is for me since I have today off. But like, I did want to beat the main, like the post game, so we'll see how strong we are after we finish this mass outbreak quest, and then we might give Volo another attempt. Will you wait for my... Okay. There we are. Did you bring 10 mushroom cakes? Yeah. Here they are. Yeah, well done. Man. Mushroom cakes, and some quality ones at that. Now we're just getting started. Leave the rest to me. You can return to Jubilife City Village. I'll share how successful my strategy was when I'm finished. Yeah, okay. That's, not how I expected this to go, but sure. I guess we can do it like that. Oh, what is Leon doing here? Had a visit from Melly. He came all the way just to boast about giving you Arguave berries. He said you lit up with so much joy that your smile nearly split your face. I can't imagine that was the case. I'm sure it was a confused grimace or a smile you merely forced to give him out of pity. But I can't let myself be outdone for him. I've been looking for you all over. Suri. Okay. To give you this, my very own reward to you. It is naturally far superior to anything Melly can offer. Naturally. 30 Arguave berries, that's a lot. Oh, and I did see one of those mass outbreaks on the way here to find you. Wonder if they might be caused by the geology of the place where they occur. Perhaps there was some kind of mysterious stone in the ground which draws Pokemon near. Oh, I had a message for you from Maya. She would like to meet you in Jubilife Village. Yeah, she's been waiting there for you. Though I suppose it's more accurate to say that she's been chatting with Samugi from Security Corps about Bidoof. As for me, I think I may visit the hot springs since I've come all this way. Do be careful of any mass outbreaks as you head back. Strong Pokemon might appear. I get the feeling that this mushroom cake person may be an imposter. Sus. Because she's like, oh, go back to Jubilife and wait for me. I'll let you know how it went. But then Leon comes and says, oh yeah, she was in Jubilife the whole time. Hello. My, what's on your mind? Your tricky tree? What in the world are you talking about? Mushroom cakes and strategies? Munch. Come to think of it, Irida also came to me with an order request. She asked me for hardy grains, so I gathered some for her. Imposter. Could there be some Pokemon taking the guise of people to stir up mischief? None of this is why I called you here, mind. I meant to tell you that mass outbreak has been reported in the Coronet Highlands. Next step in our research is to investigate the Coronet Highlands and see what we can find. Okay. So we're just gonna gloss over the fact that there's an imposter roaming around? Sure. Off to the Highlands. Now then, let us continue our investigation into these outbreaks here in Coronet Highlands. What is Sabby doing here? And Mai, what brings you here? I hurried here because of a vision my clairvoyance showed me. Some poor soul was running for their life from a bunch of alphas. I just barely saved them. It's as I feared. The massive mass outbreaks are really growing out of hand. Melody, we must endeavor to find the truth behind why they keep happening. Okay. Big packs of Pokemon might not be much trouble if you got a trusty partner. But if you don't, eep! I'm scared just thinking about it. You did well to save that person, Sabby. You're as fine a protector as any lord or lady Pokemon. Thanks, Mai. If my clairvoyance shows me anyone else in trouble, I'll do my best to save them too. Just be careful while you're out here, okay? She's right. I know how strong you are, but we should move with caution here. Alright. So, first things first, we need to investigate 3 places, and then we can just sort of roam around as we please. And see if there's anything we want to try and catch. Ponyta. They give you a free Ponyta. But like, I do need to investigate these dudes. Come here. My aim is terrible. Oh, I can just scare them off. Easy. Just scare them off and it'll still count as having investigated this place. Oi. Is that all? No, there's more. I'm wasting all my balls. There we go, caught a couple. There we go, that's one. Up dive, dash. Alright, where's the next one? While I'm here, let me just make some more Pokeballs. Or Ultra Balls, rather. Not that many. Another 30 should do us. Are these the dudes? They are. Okay, they have seen me. Okay, that is not a good. Dude's like the same level as me. I'll swap Arceus in and then we'll see if maybe I can catch it. Might be a bit strong for us. Because we're trying to catch a fully evolved Pokemon here. Hey! Another Alpha. Nice. And that's our first Garchomp. Caught. It seems I have been noticed. Nope. What are the buttons? Oh, bells is probably a bad choice here. Oops. I forgot they're part ground type. Okay. Just get rid of this one, I guess. It's still XP, even if we're not catching them. As long as we beat the quests, it's all good. I wonder... Because, like, they just sort of left that whole... Oh, maybe there's someone impersonating us. They just sort of left that completely open. Welcome back, Nico. I wonder if when we get to the Alabaster Islands outbreaks, that might come into play again. Or if I'm just supposed to go there and check and see, like, hey, look, it's Mai again. Is there anyone still targeting me? Whoa! Hello! Aki, save me! My... Hold on, I want to save that. My man's sliding. Here we go. Hide. Don't worry about catching him, just kill him. Is that? New horde is formed, okay. But... Oh wait, no, it still counted as me having investigated it. Cool. In that case, after we face this Garchomp, I think I'll just run and investigate another one. These dudes are strong. And I'll go rest so I can revive my Pokemon. So that they get their EXP. Run for it. I just need to investigate one more place and that'll satisfy the requirements for the quest. Use arrest. Morning. Hope that doesn't affect the rainstorm. Okay, good, it's still raining. Good, good, good. Where's the next closest one? Here. Off we go. Need those Vivichokes for... Oh no! Need those to make revives. Oh, these are the dudes. And they're aggressive, because of course they are. Oh. End up just targeting the hippo. The small hippo. Not the big hippo. Where are the rest of the... Where's the rest of the horde? This is the horde, right? This isn't just a randomly appearing patch of hippos. Yes, this is the horde. Hello. Don't attack me, please. Nice, nice. Tragedy tonight as a Pokemon dropped its owner on a cliff. They say they fell several feet. Why did I use Aerial Ace? Oh well, it still worked. That wasn't Aerial Ace, was it? That was Air Slash. Yes, that was Air Slash. Why did I use Air Slash? Oh, probably because I'm like twice its level and it doesn't matter. They're missing? Or are they just too far? Hey, you. Oh, that's my first hit Powdon. Oh. My man's running. Oh. He's out. Just sniping him. Oh. He has noticed me. Okay, are you gonna run away, or are you just gonna stand there? Get back here. Yeah, just looking at the time, I think we'll try and finish the whole mass outbreak quest line, and then we might have one more attempt at Vola. See if we're strong enough. Yeah, but we will still play out the rest of the mass outbreak instead of just turning it in now. So, you know, we might find something good. Oh, we found the Pokemon. What is it? Clefairy? Eh. Found something good! Yes. What? Is that... Huh? Where is that marker placed? Oh, it's probably further up. No signs of stopping. Okay. Oh, Stunky's got a decent shiny, doesn't it? I think it's like red. Maybe? Or is it pink? I don't remember. I'm talking about shinies because, like, the Horde encounters have a raised chance of shiny or something. From what I hear, at least. I've been watching someone doing shiny hunts in Legends Arceus. So all my knowledge of Legends shiny hunting comes from watching his streams. Mao is probably not the best person to be using for this. For that reason. Or not for that reason specifically, but because Mao's weak to poison. Poison moves. I think status effects go away after battle. At least I hope. what's good against poison? I don't know. Oh, Skuntang's like almost at our level. Okay. I should be taking this dude seriously. Why do you have Flamethrower? I mean, I guess it is named after a tank, but like... not very effective. Okay. Hit him with a strong style Flamethrower. Still not enough. Oh, but it got burned. Nice. Nice, nice. Ooh. Okay, so Bells isn't the right person to have here either. I'm pretty sure the only member of my team that has a move that's super effective against poison is also weak to poison. So that's not great. Actually, Stunky and Skuntang are part Dark type. They're immune to Psychic. So they're probably only weak to Ground type then. And the other weak... I could have used Heracross. Okay, the reported Pokemon is gone. So let's have a look over at the next one. It's not the right... not the right Pokemon. Oh, that didn't work. What do we have? Gligar? Is this the outbreak? There doesn't seem to be very many of them. Oh, it's further up. What am I saying? Why did I think that was the outbreak? Alright, what do we got here? Rhydon and... let's jump off to get some stuff out of a tree. Because that gives us EXP for some reason. More of these dudes, and we already went through one of them. Over this way. I think I was saying before, like I got sidetracked or whatever, but I was talking about like how I decide which version of Pokemon I'm going to get, and so like for Sun and Moon I think it was just the fact that I liked Lunala better than Solgaleo, so I went with that one. For Ultra Sun and Moon I was going to get Ultra Sun because I got regular Moon, but then they had the whole legendary gimmick where you could get like additional legendaries, and where is it? Okay, this way. And Ultra Moon had more than I don't have. And then for Sword and Shield it was literally just Shield has Galarian Ponyta, and I wanted that on my team, so I'm like, well, guess I'm getting Shield. Like, so far they've shown the legendaries, I'm not, like, too fussed about either of them, and they've shown the professors, but, like, how much does that actually change? How much are you going to see the professor in this? like in the story and whatnot. Alright, we have Snova. Let's just go for it, why not? Oh no, they're angry. Okay. Last one I played was Sword, cause Sif. Is that Sif? Yes, Sif. Yeah, so I'm at the moment just sort of waiting, like, what Pokemon are they going to reveal? How does the storyline change? Because at the moment, we only know, like, the starters, the legendaries, and, like, 3 very early game-looking Pokemon. We need more info, yeah. It's like, they gotta find, like, a balance, right? There's gotta be a balance between showing too much and not showing enough. Lechonk, best piggy. Right, I'm just gonna take everything out. Clear it out, see what appears. We need the XP anyway. Hello. Oh, and one of our missions is to beat these dudes with fire-type moves, so... And that helps us fill in our Pokedex as well. Hello. And you know, I don't think I did catch him unawares. He was very angry at me. Not sure if they know that balance exists here. Now, what I have liked about some of the more recent, like, hype cycles, I guess, is that they've tried, like, doing more creative ways of revealing Pokemon, but it's still a bit hit or miss. Like, Surfetched, they had that weird glitch on the Pokemon... Well, quote-unquote glitch on the Pokemon website, and then they later revealed, oh, this was actually the entry for Surfetched, which was, like, kind of neat. But then, for Galarian Ponyta, they had that, like, what was it, like, 12-hour-long live stream? Where it was just an empty patch of the forest, and occasionally a Pokemon would walk past. Which I stand by the fact that it's a cool idea, they just... didn't do enough, so it was just sort of empty most of the time. And they only revealed one Pokemon using it. Although my favourite part of Sword and Shield's hype cycle was that we learned about Impidimp really early on, and they just never acknowledged the fact that it exists. Could have been awesome, yeah. I stand by the fact that, like, a nature documentary... a fictional nature documentary set in the Pokemon world would be really cool. And then for like, is that an alpha? Then for like, Legends Arceus, we had, that like, found footage style reveal for, what was it? Hisuian Zora and Zoroark. That was pretty cool. And then we also had Ball Guy dropping his Pokeballs on the website for, have we cleared out this? We have not cleared out this area. What are we still missing? Where's the dude? Hello? Where's the last Snova? I am confused. There's apparently still a Snova here somewhere. I don't have... I need to drop some things. Cost of fun. I'm gonna drop these. Give me that nugget. Straight up a Pokeball. Don't really need that. The last one is behind you. Oh, the rainstorm's ended. Okay. We're done here. So we're probably almost done with the mass outbreak quest. Only got one more place to visit. Good work out there. It seems we have learned all we can from the Highlands for now. There you two are. Hope your investigation's going alright. We're doing great. Heard the folks in our clan and the Pearl clan are helping investigate these massive mass outbreaks, or whatever you call them. And I thought, what kind of leader would sit back and do nothing while you're all working? So I figured I'd grab whatever supplies I could find that might come in handy for you. Here, materials for those sticky glob things. That's a lot of... Like, here's a bunch of rotten fruit and some mud. Oh, and some leaves. How leader-like of you, Adaman. Don't make fun of me, Maya. I'm trying to help. You misunderstand me, Adaman. As the sister who helped raise you, I'm proud to see how far you've come. Munch, munch. Listen, Melody, I've been wondering. Do you think these massive mass outbreaks could be some sort of trial from Mighty Dialga or Mighty Palkia? I mean, maybe. Kinda feels like it, right? As if someone's telling us, if you've got the guts to face a real test with your partners, take on these Pokemon, otherwise stand back. Quite like you to see it that way, Adaman. Yeah, I'd love to stay and talk, but I've got an appointment to keep with that Benny fellow. I've been trying to get him to teach me his tricks. With his ninja skills? I want to know his recipes and his ninja tricks. Once I do, I'll give you a proper demonstration, but in the meantime, stay safe as you investigate. Pose. My, it would seem having a trusted partner causes one to view these outbreaks in a rather different light. Now then, the Alabaster Icelands still await. One more steep hurdle for us to overcome. Munch. Munch! It appears Munchlax is eager to continue as well. We'll wait you in Jubilife's front gate as usual. Join us when you're ready for another survey. Yes, yes. Dude just shoved a bunch of stuff into my inventory. Oh wait, we gotta talk to the professor first. Look at all this stuff I caught. Nice, nice. Update the Pokédex. Bunch of stuff. Oh, we're almost 7-star. Alright, return to the village. We go and investigate the Icelands. Hello again. Our last item of research is to look into massive mass outbreaks in the Alabaster Icelands. Let's finish this together. Cool, cool. Shall we embark on an investigation? Yes. I want to check out that cave where we gave or quote-unquote the mushroom cakes. I will admit, I am looking forward to Scarlet and Violet, but I am a little concerned by the fact that it's open world, because if you've noticed from the way I'm playing, I have a tendency to just focus in on the objectives. Like, admittedly, I don't have much experience with open world games. The most experience I have is with Breath of the Wild. And personally, the fact that you can go anywhere in Breath of the Wild and there's no set path to explore it through, I felt kind of hurt the story because they couldn't tell a set story. They had to divide it into these separate sections and whatnot. And the fact that they're advertising the fact that you can go anywhere, like not dictated by the story in Scarlet and Violet, makes me a little worried that the story might suffer for it. But we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Anyway, the cold seems to cut right through you. Hard to set a path in an open world game, yeah. What are you doing here? What are both of you doing here? What are you two doing here? I came to advise you that the mass outbreaks seen here in Alabaster Islands seem slightly different from the others. The outbreaks happen during rainstorms in other areas, but here they seem to be tied to blizzards. Blizzards, you say? Could just be the cold environment, of course, but I have to wonder if there's more to it. Well, we'd better get into it. I think we should look into more outbreak locations than usual this time. Alright, better get started. I know increasing the scope of our investigation is a lot to ask at this point. Even for someone with your skill, Melody, it will take a long time to check so many areas by yourself. It's a good thing I'm here to help you out then, isn't it? And I suppose even Leon might be of some use. Alright, I'd appreciate the help, I guess. This will be our first time investigating... this will be your first time investigating these outbreaks, won't it, you two? Try not to overstrain yourselves. Certainly. So to sum up, Melody will focus on just through... Okay. Oh, thank you for the clip, Miko. I can't see what it is right now. I'll check it after. Hold on, let me... What are you doing? Okay. Nice. Had to unfull screen so I could see what it was. So I do just have to look at 3. Meanwhile, Sligo and I will handle the remaining areas. There's something wrong with your math there, little man. You've left me out of the equation. So you can do basic math, can you? Huh. I know how to subtract you from this assignment for starters. I will finish all the remaining areas on my own. You didn't factor in. Okay. Cool. I can't tell if they hate each other or if they're both enjoying this. Either way, I imagine they never would have crossed paths if it hadn't been for you. For now, let's focus on investigating the outbreaks here in the Icelands. Cool, cool. So, around here was the cave, so we'll make a beeline up this way. And we'll check the cave where Fake Mai was. See if there's any trace of them. Or if maybe that's going to be for something later. Or if we're just going to have to pretend like it never even happened. Okay. Where is the outbreak? I did? Oh, is it these guys? That's gonna be troublesome. Hey you, get in the ball. Get in the ball. Who's attacking me? What? Oh, hello. Barrage. I don't have space for an item that I don't even know what the item is. Where did the rolls go? There's still waltzes. Hasn't been completed yet. My aim is garbage. I'm wasting balls. Bro. My aim is so bad. Let's just chase him away. Oi. Eh. Come on. What? That was right on him. Excuse me? Right, there's still more apparently, because we didn't finish the research. But I don't see them. And that's a problem. Hello. There we go. There we go, that's one down. Now we'll go up this way. Everyone in this one is touched here. I actually, it wasn't until after I'd finished the main story that I realized you're able to enable motion controls for the aiming. Oh, hello. Ghastly, huh? Okay, these guys are aggressive. We can't... Do I have anything that's super effective against you? Maybe? Alright, let's take these guys down. Sure, thank you, Miko. So yeah, we're coming up to around the time when I would normally unstream, but I do want to finish this side quest. And I did want to finish the post-game. Like, the main, like, story part of the post-game in this stream, so we'll give Volo one more attempt after we're done. Assuming it doesn't take too long to get back there by the time we finish this quest. But if not, then we'll just have to deal with him in another stream sometime. Don't know when that'll be. This was sort of a one-off thing since I had a day off. Day off Pokemon, yeah. A lot of Ghastlies. I guess that's why they call them mass outbreaks. Why did they get to go twice? Alright. One more. Ruby's almost dead. We'll have to switch him out after this battle. This is all EXP. Is that everyone? No, there's another one. Get over here. Oh, I should have been using Chloe the entire time. Chloe's got a dark move. Okay, that's it for that one. Now, before we go investigate this one, I want to check that cave. We got time. Nothing in here? Oh, I guess the imposter's just gone. They made off with our mushroom cakes. And never returned. What a shame. Yeah, that's probably enough Pokeballs. Or Ultra Balls, rather. Don't dive, dash. Hey? Where is that? Oh, right. I never did finish that side quest. I'll have to do that at some point. Oh, I see a medicinal lake. I need those. No signs of stopping anytime soon. Are these... Okay, these guys are what we're after now. Eh. See, it's good when an outbreak spawns next to a patch of grass. Because then you can just sit in the grass and catch them without them ever noticing you. I'm no good with these sky balls. Or wing balls, rather. I don't understand the arc on them. Oh, I'm out. I was about to throw an orange berry. Get over here. Why am I still sneaking? Alright, now let's just start taking them out. Oh, medicinal leak. Nice, nice. All this good EXP. Oh look, someone's playing Pokemon Unite. I really thought I turned those notifications off. Couple that are hiding up here. Eh. I think that should be the last of them. Yes. Oh, a new horde is formed. Don't really feel like dealing with them. So I could just end now if I wanted, but I think I'm gonna keep exploring just in case. You never know when a shiny will appear. Bug might, eh? Oh no. I've angered the bug. Oh no. Alright. Time to take him out. Bug might use bug bite. Okay, are they still angry? I think they're still angry. Get 'em, bells! Yeah. They still angry? They're still angry. I didn't even see this one up here. Oh, they're no longer angry. But I don't really have a good way of getting at them. Because there's no grass, so I'll just go head first into them. So I think with our current level we should be able to beat Volo alright, but we might still struggle a bit with Giratina. Because they don't give you a chance to heal in between. Is that everyone? There's still apparently a Bugmite here somewhere. But I don't see it. Oh, there it is. But I think that's the last one and it's not a shiny. Oh well. Just take it out for the EXP. So, assuming this is the last part of the Mass Outbreak quest, we'll still have a go at Volo, but if there's more to it than this, then we'll just do this quest and we'll do Volo another day. Because this is about the time I would normally end. I don't know what their shiny looks like, but they seem like they could be a cool thing to shiny hunt, so why not? If I were doing this seriously, I'd probably just fly around to all the areas to see what's available, instead of stopping at like everyone that I see. But like, we're not doing it seriously at the moment, because I haven't completed the Pokédex, I don't have the shiny charm. That sort of thing. So we're just doing this because like the quest activated it, might as well do it while it's here. A strong style Dark Pulse. That should take him out. There we go. Now, is there anywhere for me to hide in the grass? There is. Oh, there were ones closer. Okay. Let me see if I can sneak around. Is this hideable grass? This is not. This, though, I think is. I think they're all looking at me. Blizzard's about to clear up. So this is probably the last horde I'm going to be able to investigate. Level 61, jeez. Oh my. Oh, was it just a fluke on the first one? Because the first one I was pretty sure that was a one hit. Maybe I got a crit and I just wasn't paying attention. Leech life, oh no. Well, rip Mal. At least a Sunny, Booby, and Arceus are currently the lowest. I should go back and heal, everything's dying. Oh wait, I only have one attack that can even be used here. So Sunny's not good for this. Okay, so while you're being hit by that, let me just heal up someone else so they can take care of this. Alright, switch to Chloe. And then Dark Pulse. Hide. Let me just... craft some of these. So I can try and snipe him from my hiding spot. You don't see me. Don't see me. Nice. A new horde is formed. That is a load of alphas. Don't see me. You don't see me. You know what, we're close enough that we can probably... Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm out of here. Let me out of here. Don't want to deal with that. The blizzard has ended, okay. That was scary. Alright, before we speak to my... Let's heal. Now I should take this off. And where is my standing? She's normally out the front near... Oh, there she is. Just completely missed her. So, you finished checking the 3 areas you were charged with in the Icelands. I actually checked more than that, but, whatever. I've gotten word from Melly too. He says he's about ready to wrap it up. Leon said he and Melly worked together to investigate the last outbreak. Well then, it seems we're done here. You've worked tirelessly to investigate all across Hisui. But we still don't know what causes these massive mass outbreaks. And they pose a threat to anyone without strong partners at their side. It'd be nice if these outbreaks didn't put anyone in danger, but things rarely work out that easily. Perhaps these outbreaks are someone's way of telling us that we must better understand the Pokemon with which we share vast Hisui. Yeah, I could get behind that idea. Is that it? But for now we better get going if we want to make it on time. Come on, you two. Where are we going? Huh? What? Where are we going? Oh, I can level up, nice. So what's happening here? You didn't tell me anything. Hello? Oh, we're back in the Obsidian Fieldlands, I think. This is the place. And we picked the perfect time. Are we just here to watch the sunrise? What do you think? It's beautiful. It's a lovely space given to us by mighty Palkia, and this fleeting time mighty Dialga gave us. Such a beautiful view is only possible because we have both together. Hisui means so much to me. My love for it is as vast as the land itself. Tell me, Melody, did you enjoy surveying this land once again? Yeah, I guess. Was it? I suppose it's always thrilling to have a mystery to delve into. I enjoyed it too. Manj. Here these massive mass outbreaks trigger some kind of reaction in your Munchlax, Mai. Is he doing alright? He seems fine. Pokemon remain mysterious creatures to us. Who's to say how he does it? I'm just grateful to him for helping us find each of the outbreaks and telling us what we'll find at each. That reminds me. Oh look, someone's online. I have spread the word that the people of Hisui should be on alert for massive mass outbreaks during rainstorms. Thanks for that, Irida. Hopefully no more poor souls will wander into one unprepared and take a beating. Seems like our lives are going to keep on changing, and we'll keep adapting just as fast. An ever-changing Hisui. Tell me, Melody, how do you think the future people of Hisui will live with Pokemon? They'll battle in gyms. In gyms? What is a gym? And why would you battle in one, Melody? So there are places where you can challenge a skilled battler to prove your mettle? Interesting. I'd like to be one who deems a challenger worthy. Well, whatever may come in the future. Aren't we lucky to have born into such fascinating, fast-changing times? You said it. Not that change is always good, and there will always be people who don't want change at all. But hey, that's life. We'll just have to work hard and push on. And I'm glad we'll have you with us as we do it, Melody. Thanks for everything. You certainly have some curious ideas, but I suppose that's no surprise coming from someone who fell out of the sky. We may have finished our investigations for now, but Munchlax and I will continue to help you however we can. You know, Melody, perhaps these new outbreaks are truly just a gift from Almighty Sinnoh. A gift meant for you, for all the changes you've brought to all of us here in Hisui. Alright, so I guess that's the end of the mass outbreak quest. Which is curiously treated as just a normal request and not as part of a main story thing, despite all of the main characters it involves. And I believe that will unlock the ability for us to just have mass outbreaks appear randomly now. Which is cool. Oh, there's more. Welcome back, Melody. A fine work with your surveying. Pardon the imposition, but would you follow me to the training grounds? Okay. Ingo's cool. I called you here for one very specific reason. I wish to have you try your hand at a new form of Pokemon battle. I used to think Pokemon were terrifying creatures. You've helped me see otherwise. Thanks to you, there are some people in this village who now enjoy battling with Pokemon. More and more of us now see Pokemon as allies. So for that very reason, I would like to continue to further your trailblazing. I believe that taking part in a new form of battle will deepen your understanding of Pokemon. In the midst of a tough battle, what does your partner desire? And what is your opponent thinking? I believe that you have the ability to sense these things, and we will do our best to learn as well. It's quite a difficult request we have for you, but I'm sure you're up to the challenge. You may ask Ingo here for a more detailed explanation. I leave the rest to you, Ingo. Please let me know when you're ready to try your hand at these new battles. another time. For now, how's my team? Oh yeah, we're all around level 66. That's 2 levels higher than we were last time. It's closer to Volo's team. So we'll have 1 attempt at Volo, and then we'll sign off. Hydrate, thank you for the hydrate, Theo, and the stretch. And a save! Ah, yes! I believe this game does have autosave, but we'll save manually as well. Keep forgetting the buttons where everything is. Oh, we forgot to see... Hold on. We got one more thing to do before we face off against Volo. I gotta go see Captain Silene. I went to the wrong outpost anyway. I should have gone to the one that was up the top. In we go. If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokédex. This is my Pokédex. You have made progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star. 7-star. With this, you have officially attained the rank of 7th star in the Galaxy Expedition Team. We can now use Gigaton Balls, and all Pokemon will obey your orders reliably now. The rewards you earn for your survey reports will be more generous too. Have this as well. Crafting recipe for Gigaton Balls. Continue to dedicate yourself to completing the Pokédex if you hope to rise in the ranks. Yes, yes. But for now, we have story stuff to do. I didn't realize that there would be even more stuff after the massive mass outbreak quest, because like they treat it as a side quest, but it's really like more story. There's 3 massive mass outbreaks right now, and we're going to ignore all of them. Okay, so I know that Volo starts with Spiritomb, so I want to start with Arceus. Since Arceus can basically one-shot Spiritomb with Moonblast. Just ignore all of these dudes. Oh look, Gay Luigi is playing Skyrim. Rightio, here we go. I'm gonna skip through all his dialogue because we've already read it. Hand over the plates, I forgot to make more revives. Oops. Yeah. Here's Volo. Interesting outfit you wear under your uniform. Battle. Alright, start with a Moonblast. Immediately Spiritomb's down. And then he's gonna send in Roserade. because it's super effective against Arceus. Hit me with the spikes and then the poison jab. Critical? Man, he doesn't need that. That's already a one hit. Alright, so against Roserade, Booby doesn't do much for most of the rest of the fight, so we'll use Booby for this. Air Slash. Just not enough, but we still have enough to do another one. Let's go. It's another one down. Arcanine, this is gonna kill Booby. So now we send in Chloe because Chloe has a water type move. Everyone's still gonna die before the actual battle. Before the actual battle with Giratina. I can tell right now. Garchomp, and Garchomp is super effective against Chloe. Because of course he is. Do I have anyone else that is super effective against Garchomp? No, I don't. Arceus is the only one. So I'll send in Sunny, and he can just stand there and take hits while I revive Arceus. Good job taking those hits, Sunny. Sunny the tank, yeah. Alright, Arceus. Oh. Oh, why do you get another... Excuse me? Huh? Come on. What was that about? Well, I'm not gonna bother reviving again. This is a lost battle. Shame to end on a low note, but like, what the hell was that? As rude as what it is. Oh well. We gave it a try, we'll finish it off another day. Pokemon is cheating. Oh, why did I do Agile Style? That didn't even get me another move. Calm Mind. Yeah, we'll just have to try and find a spot to have another Pokemon stream at some point. Preferably before Scarlet and Violet. I think I interrupted myself at some point when I was talking about this. One of the big reasons why I wanted to get a capture card was because I got spoiled about a bunch of stuff in this game because... And I think perhaps in Sword and Shield as well, I don't remember. But because like people post stuff out on Twitter and whatnot, and I was just taking way too long to beat the game because I didn't have time to play a lot of the time. So I'm like, I want to get a capture card so I can stream myself playing Scarlet and Violet so that I can force myself to have time to play the game. And that way I won't get spoiled. I'll just have to enforce a strict zero spoilers policy on the chat. Okay. I'll just save again. Be completely certain. Okay. That is going to be it for today. How do I get out of full screen. Let's go back to the chat scene for now. Righty-o. Bonus stream was a lot of fun. Didn't get everything I wanted to do done, but I didn't expect it all to be as difficult as it was. I'll need to do some training and whatnot. I might play it a bit off stream if I have time, but like, I never have time, so I might just have to stream the rest of the post game. Sounds like why I forced myself to play it, yeah. Anyway, my next stream, assuming I don't end up streaming on Wednesday, because I don't know if I'm gonna have to work that night. We'll see. But assuming we don't have any gorilla streams, my next scheduled stream is on Friday. We're gonna do another drawing stream. We're finally gonna get back to doing my emotes. Thanks for bonus streaming. No worries, Miko. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun. It was fun. Now, we should have a look-see. Emotes, yeah. I've still got 2 more slots to fill. Plus the animated slot, if I can figure out how to do that. So let's have a little look-see who's online at the moment. See if there's anyone we want to send some love over to. Now, please don't autoplay. It's going to autoplay anyway. There we go. I only have... Why is it still... I pressed pause. Friggin'... There's only 2 people that I'm following that are streaming, and I don't really speak to either of them that much. Do either of you have anyone that you want me to raid? Might be a good way to find some new people. But if not, then... Yes, there's someone? No one on my side of things? What about you, Miko? If not, well, we can... I do have someone we can raid, but... Yeah. Raid yourself? No. Oh well, we do have a... Oh, we had 5 before, now it says 4. Or maybe I don't know how many we have. The number keeps jumping around. Oh well, we have more than I would normally have, so... we're going to raid... I've got no one, sorry, no worries, no worries. I'll just raid someone from mine then. Going to raid... Abdoggers. Let's see, did I spell it right? I did. So if you want to join the raid, we have this raid message, if you're not subbed. Or you can use this one, which looks like this. Yay! So they are currently playing some Stardew Valley. Judging by the title, it looks like it's a collab. I should have checked. I should have gone to their stream just to make sure they're not ending soon. Oh no, I'm in an ad. Oh no. Gotta wait for the ad. Luckily, I've already said everything I needed to say about when I'm streaming next. Okay, it doesn't look like they're ending soon. So that's all good. So be sure to go show Abby some love. Some of that good old total love, I guess. I don't know how do I talk about these things? It's been too long since I did. I don't know how to talk. Anyway, thanks for watching. Otsukame. Bye bye. Let's go raid.